What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some Acid House. And I did want to mention, on my old channel, for those of you who maybe are seeing this without realizing the context, my old channel, before I had to move to this new channel, because my old channel was linked to a college email which was being removed from the YouTube system, I reacted to a couple different Hardfloor tracks. One was the one we're going to listen to now, because I felt like it had to be redone for a number of reasons. I'll get into that in a second. But I also reacted to Lost Inside the Silver Box, probably, or at least, always a contender to be one of my favorite Hardfloor tunes ever. Absolutely love that one. I think I reacted to one other, but I'm blanking on what it was. But bottom line, my early reactions, I hadn't quite got the sound issues right. I was still sort of like figuring out like if I wanted to be on camera, because originally my thought was this is about the tune, not about me, but it was sort of weird that I was like off camera and occasionally just commenting or whatever. And I think I was sort of blocking the sound, so it was sort of negatively affecting the sound. Bottom line, I've gone through a lot of sort of learning moments while making these reaction videos, and I felt like this tune is one that was worth redoing. I did want to give a shout out specifically to Oliver of Hardfloor. The first batch of reaction videos I shot when I was still like, man, is anyone going to care to hear me talk about, some of these techno tunes and acid tunes, including some that are like 25, 30 years old. But he commented and he was like, hey, if you didn't know, here's where we got the sample from, because there's a sample of this excellent horn or brass that really works well in this tune. But yeah, he sort of commented, and it was very validating, and it was cool not only to talk to someone whose music I've been listening to for like 30 years now, almost. I got into music and electronic music in '96, so not quite 30 years, but they've been around since '91, so they've been making acid music for over 30 years. But yeah, I have several of their albums on vinyl. They're just, as much acid gurus as anyone can be. They've reworked a number of their 303s and sort of, reconfigured the circuitry to achieve even more extreme or, specialized sounds with the acid box. So yeah, like I said, they're as much acid gurus as anyone can be. But let's get to it. This is a tune called RWNDRB, and it refers to Bird on a Wire. Which is to say, and it's Bird on a Wire backward and without the vowels. I don't exactly know the sort of provenance of Bird on a Wire. I haven't seen it, but apparently the horn sample from this tune, that's where it comes from. Nevertheless, I absolutely love this track because it sort of combines acid with like down tempo, almost like a hip hop vibe, but there's jazz because again it has this horn sample. It's absolutely brilliant. I want to give a shout out to the artwork. Of all their excellent albums, I do think I like the artwork on this one perhaps as much as any other, making a happy face with acid gear and synthesizers and so on. But yeah, let's get to it. This is RWNDRB, or Bird on a Wire backward. Is this the C side? No, this is, yes, okay. So, this is 2000, what year is this? 2015? 2014. 2014. So here we go. I mentioned in the original reaction, so I'll briefly re-mention it here. I make Sibia mixes, like down-tempo, chill-out mixes. I'd use this track in a mix of Sibia and down-tempo ambient, and it fits right in. And, oh, that's right! Oliver mentioned to me they have a different project. I'm blanking on the name as I sit here, I'll look it up. But apparently they have another project where they make a lot of this kind of stuff, a lot of this like down-tempo, jazzy, electronic sort of hybrid music. I've listened to some of it since he mentioned that. It's excellent. It's fantastic. I'm annoyed I'm blanking on the name. This horn. And that bass. if you were to look in the encyclopedia under the entry for smooth, you would see an audio clip of this track. Little keyboard. Oh no, it's the horn, isn't it? No, that's piano or keyboard anyway. And our old friend is warbling away. I mean, the atmosphere of this tune is just off the charts. It's like pensive and reflective, but it's also like soulful and, emotive. Oh, that deep bass. Acid gurgling. That squelchy acid line kind of rising, just a little brighter, leading into the breakdown. And it's like the piano and some of the acid warbles, they're almost kind of like doubling each other. It's like some of the acid work sounds a little tony. The horn just, it kills me. Like so much feeling in that horn. Heard a pop there, makes me sad. Oh, the bass. They're like drone kind of. Yo. It's like music for considering your life, like very cerebral. But again, it's like smooth also, so it like you just kind of groove with the mellow feel-good acid, or it can be this like profound soundtrack to your life. It really operates on multiple levels. Overcoming obstacles with acid. Making progress in your life, not just thinking about it. It's just the perfect blend. It's one of those tunes where, even tunes I love, I tend to nitpick them here and there, but there are, there's a rare category, a rare tier of tunes where I would not touch it. But, like, if you change one thing, it would be diminished. And this tune I would include in that category. Yeah, it's amazing. Now, give me 1 second. I'm going to try to remember what the name is that they make tunes. Well, first let me just say shout out to Oliver and Ramon. That's just, you know, they're legends, and that tune is one of my favorite all times that they've ever done. You know, very different from Lost in the Silver Box, but I love it like as much. Da Damn Freak Noise Funk, that's what it is. Da Damn Freak Noise Funk. They've made 3 like proper albums, last one 2009. But yeah, they've done a lot of the stuff, or from what I understand, a lot of this stuff is, and what I've heard, it's like mellow and sort of like groovy, and it incorporates, you know, like jazz and elements from other genres. So it's a little bit different from the project by which they're mostly known, Hardfloor. But yeah, the little bit that I've heard, when Oliver mentioned it to me, that day or like the next day, I went and I listened to some of the tracks that were, was it Beatport or Spotify? I don't remember. It was on like, or maybe it was their own website. I'm not sure. But I listened to several of the tracks and it was very interesting. And I want to hear more. So if anyone knows a particular tune that they really love from that version of their output, do let me know. I got more Hardfloor reactions coming. I feel like I've been a bit remiss, and again, I'm going to redo all the ones that I did on my original channel because, you know, again, I hadn't gotten the sound levels right, and I just feel like I've gotten better at doing these reactions over time. So their tunes are good enough that they warrant a proper, like, redone reaction. So yeah, more Hardfloor tunes coming, but do let me know if there's a tune in their Hardfloor catalog, or indeed the damn Freak Noise Funk that you'd particularly like to hear, and I'll try to make that happen. So anyway, thank you very much for listening and watching. I do appreciate it. Have a good day, have a good night, and I will see you next time. Peace.